Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I love that little audio.
Little touches, buddy.
Little touches. Appreciate everybody being here. We just wrapped the episode with our guest, Ryan Fournier. That episode will be available to you very shortly. I got to finish the editing. Man, I got to tell you, there is so much shit going on right now. So I've been trying to get this SMS service worked up to where I can notify people via SMS when the show goes live. Just so they can get a quick text message with a link to the actual podcast on Rumble. And instantly, they banned my account when I try and send out the first message today for saying, oh, it's CBD sales. Like, we're not selling any CBD. There's no CBD being sold here. And I'm going back and forth with them nonstop. And it's one pain in the ass after another. And I'm tired of it. So anyway, we just sent out the first text message. I hope you got it. I hope it worked for you. Well, here's the deal. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg to do this. We can't do this every day because one credit is 1 cent, and it adds up. Can we turn those mics up for some reason? It's not coming in loud. I'll turn mine up over here. It adds up very quickly. So what we're going to do, or what we found out, is that essentially you can turn on your essentially your notifications. There we go. Fixed it to where it's a little bit louder. There we go. You can turn on your notifications on Rumble. When you go to the actual channel and you see the little bell to the right, tap that bell and you can say receive instant email notification when we're live. So you can check that out. Now, apparently they're saying this text message service, it'll take up to 2 hours for you to receive your text message. We blasted this out once just to about almost 4,000 people that signed up, just so they know where we're at on Rumble. You might get the text message in 30 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. I don't know. We're never doing this again. It's a bust. We're trying it out. But again, go on Rumble. If you go to my page and you see the little bell where you next to the following button, tap the bell and click to receive notification instantly via email. There you go. Or you can follow us on Telegram. My Telegram chat, essentially, I do a lot of updates there as well because it's easier. So here's the link to Telegram. I'm posting it in the chat on Rumble. For those that don't know, if you were listening to the other episode, we are still live on the All-American Savage Show on YouTube. They didn't pull that one down. Why? I have no fucking clue. But for the YouTube community, come on over to Rumble. That's where we're at. I'm not even pulling up YouTube. I can't even see what's happening over there. Yeah. But we're still streaming over there for some reason. I'm really surprised they've not banned the account. So again, we're on Rumble at John Burke. Josh is spamming the link over there. Come on over. Fuck YouTube. Those motherfuckers banned us. They took my account of 300,000 for talking about misinformation. It's just bullshit. So, anywho, appreciate y'all doing that. Now, if you want to support the show, you can do so on Patreon at All American Savage Show on Patreon. Here's a link in the chat as well. I see people supporting us on locals and stuff like that, and we are insanely grateful. Thank you for that. But we're trying to get through all this bullshit, and oh, yep, they logged my account again. On the SMS text thing. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. So, we all good over there?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just fucking with your phone. It was like, oh, something fucked up again, didn't it?
No. People are asking you how to get the notifications.
So, what you do is if you go to the Rumble page for myself, you have it pulled up. I'll show the screen. Oh, no, the camera's right there.
Yeah.
If you go to the main screen there, and actually, you know what? Email those to me real quick at the Berkzerker account, please. And I'll actually put it on the screen for people to see. It's just, we're trying to figure this out, guys. Bear with us. It just makes it easier for y'all to see what's going on with us, to stay informed. Because, again, we're trying to circumvent all of social media platforms because they keep banning us and all this shit, so. But, anywho, hopefully these text messages, I don't know if anyone out, because I'm already looking at my account and it says they logged me out again. They banned my account and yeah.
On what?
On the text message service that I was using. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
Sent.
Shent. All right. But anyway, well, did anybody get a text message? Did anybody get an SMS notification?
It was money well spent.
Yeah, right? It's ridiculous. Now they're saying like my username and password are incorrect. Like I literally had it saved. This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Katie said she got it. I guess it did go out, but they already locked my account again. Ah, well, we'll figure it out later. Yeah. All right, let's get into some interesting news. Hey, as you know, this episode is brought to you by ShellShockCBD.com. We're still running that monthly deal of $50 orders or more using code MUG. Get a free mug. Go check out the new cotton candy Halo gummies. They are amazing. They will get you baked like a pie. Oh, yeah. So good, so good. You can check that out. So, again, code MUG, $50 off. So, let's just pitch this to the audience. I love thinking out loud for Shell Shock. We're thinking this year for Christmas, we're going to make some Christmas deal bundles for our Shell Shock family and customers. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do like a bundle deal for like him and hers, THC and THC free. And not only are we going to do a deal, we're going to do the gift wrapping for you, a special present wrapping in a box that you can just basically, we all hate having to go last minute Christmas shopping. Half the time we don't know what that special someone in our life likes. Well, we have bath salt, tea. We have we're talking about doing a CBD shampoo. I don't know. But what we're thinking about is just like, hey, here's a bundle deal. And essentially, it's a good Christmas present. It comes pre-wrapped. We'll even include a card that you just have to sign. And you're set. You've got your Christmas present.
Get yourself a classy Christmas present.
It's going to be nicely done. So nicely done. So there's that option coming out that we're going to be doing for Christmas. And we also got Black Friday coming up to where we're going to be doing some awesome deals and specials over there. Now, again, Josh and I are going to stay true to this as best as we can. From here on out, the show will be live at 12 p.m. CST Monday through Friday. 12 p.m. CST Monday through Friday. I feel that way regardless if the notifications go out or not. Know at noon CST we will be live. I think that should make it a little bit easier. Guys, we're testing this. Like we're kind of forging new frontiers here because fuck social media, fuck those nerds. We're doing our own thing. So bear with us on that. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us. Like, guys, without you, we wouldn't be here. For those that share the podcast, you tell your friends, man, thank you so much. So again, 12 p.m. CST at the Alamo on Rumble right here. Okay, let's get into this. Now, I don't know if this is satire. I had this sent to me on Instagram. I'm going to pull it up the scene. This is called the butt baby. Okay. I don't know if this is real or not. Okay. The butt baby, a prosthetic baby that can be inserted deep into the loving embrace of the rectum, where a trans woman can experience and celebrate the miracle of childbirth, comes in white, brown, and Bushman of the Kalahari. So I think it's a joke, and I posted this on Instagram, but I saw several comments are like, no, this is a real thing. It's not in this context, but they do have this to where you can insert this little baby up your butt. And I'm kind of like, so what, you're experiencing the miracle of childbirth twice, like up the ass and out the end? By the way, until I see you pushing a 6-pound shit out of your ass, you're not experiencing the same thing. And the fact that they're even trying to make this comparable is, I mean, they literally, a lot of women they split. They have to get stitches in the,
it almost sounds like you're experiencing hemorrhoids. A massive hemorrhoid.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Son of man, child of God says, we have to use the Rumble Google search. The Rumble app is ass, but y'all are worth it. I only watch for Josh with $100 dono. Good Lord. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I didn't even know you could do that. Damn. Thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, fuck me then. He only watches for you, so I guess why am I even here? But somebody needs a butt baby. Well, I guess the gerbils are celebrating right now. It's like, well, they're done with us. Yeah. Now they're using fake little plastic Mardi Gras looking babies, like the king cakes, those little Mardi Gras babies they have in there. That's what it looks like. It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. The butt baby. This has got to be a joke. It's got to be a joke.
I hope it is.
I'm really hoping this is satire. There's just no way.
The sad thing is we can't tell if it's a joke or not because there's so many weirdos out there.
Oh, I just got the text message notification. It just went through on my phone.
Did you?
Yeah, I guess it did work.
I got nothing.
But they still blocked or they logged me out of my fucking account. Bunch of cocksuckers. Whatever. I'll deal with that later. But that's awesome. That's all. Thanks for the $100 dono, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Thank you.
So, dude, a butt baby. Like, is it one of those babies that you kind of like when it like hits water, it starts to grow? Kind of like those dinosaurs that you had in the little egg and you pulled it out and you put water on it and slowly started to grow like a crystal? Is this somewhat similar? Because here's the deal. If you're a dude that wants to stick this little plastic baby up your ass and then it grows and it fucks you up internally, I'm all for it. You know, then we can really identify you in public when you're like walking like you got a caboose up your ass. It's like, you tried the butt baby. Didn't work out for you, did it? I can totally see that. I can totally see it. I'm telling you. I can totally see it. But oh my gosh. Well, we got some other good news here. Did you see Don Lemon? Did you see this?
That was fantastic.
Don Lemon gets fucking roasted.
He looked like he was lost.
Can you pull up my Instagram? I have it as my most recent post so we can play the audio. So for those that don't know, while he's looking this up, Don Lemon is talking to this, who is she? She's an English lady, and they're commenting on the Queen and the death of Queen. And of course, Don Lemon is taking this democratic socialist position in regards to like how the monarchs have all the wealth, the people are suffering, what are they doing, yada, 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 which... I hate to say this, he's got some kind of legitimacy with what he's saying. Like, you basically have these monarchs. I mean, but why stop there, Donnie? Go to the Vatican, too. Yeah. Go after them. They hoard all this wealth. Why aren't you going after them as well? But anyway, Don Lemon doesn't just stop there. He has to make it about black people because they need the reparations. Well, you have that clip ready?
Yeah, I got
Listen to this, folks. This woman checks him, and not only checks him, but does it in the most English way.
Oh, so
possible.
elegant.
So polite.
So elegant.
She's a fucking
I thought
savage.
he was going to take his wallet out and give her some money. Like, you know what? I think maybe I do owe you some money.
No, what I want you to pay attention to is the very end, though. How he just tries to like push
had
it
a butt
under
baby.
Yeah, push it.
He had a butt baby right there.
Well, I've got to end this interview. My butt baby is kicking, so yeah.
It's all right.
All right, roll the clip. Listen to this douchebag.
Wealth, and you hear about it, comes as England is facing rising costs of living, a living crisis, austerity budget cuts, and so on. And then you have those who are asking for reparations for colonialism, and they're wondering, $100 billion, $24 billion here and there, $500 million there. Some people want to be paid back, and members of the public are wondering, why are we suffering when you are, you have all of this vast wealth? Those are legitimate concerns.
Well, I think you're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is you always need to go back to the beginning of a supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was in Africa, and across the entire world, when the slavery was taking place, which was the first nation in the world that abolished slavery? The first nation in the world to abolish it. It was started by William Wilberforce, was the British. In Great Britain, they abolished slavery. 2,000 naval men died on the high seas trying to stop slavery. Why? Because the African kings were rounding up their own people. They had them on cages waiting in the beaches. No one was running into Africa to get them. And I think you're totally right. If reparations need to be paid, we need to go right back to the beginning of that supply chain and say who was rounding up their own people and having them handcuffed in cages. Absolutely. That's where they should start. And maybe, I don't know, the descendants of those families where they died in the high seas trying to stop the slavery, that those families should receive something too, I think, at the same time.
It's an interesting discussion, Hillary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll continue to discuss.
Your stupid ass got called out. She fucking took you to town, bud.
That's such a good take on that.
Oh, that is.
I mean,
but everybody knows this.
I don't think you're going to get reparations from any African kings, though. I got to be honest.
Yeah, because when you're enslaving your own first, and then the Dutch are kind of like, hey, they're onto something over here, and the white guys come over, it's like, hey, we're going to take some of this. I mean, you guys are doing it too, and then let's also include the black and Native American slave owners in America. We were going to have that conversation.
Have you ever been over to Africa?
No,
I've only been to Nigeria, and it was pretty rough.
I bet.
And what's terrible is because they're very rich in like diamonds and oil and their agriculture. If it was run properly, those would be Wakanda.
Oh, absolutely.
But
it could be huge. I've never even seen Black Panther. I'm not interested. I don't like Marvel.
I've seen the previews, but you know what I'm saying?
They were enslaving their own long before Dutch got. Yeah,
you're not gonna get anything out of this.
But I mean, let's go back. I mean, if Americans like Don Lemon and them love Islam so much and Muslims and stuff, because they have to simp for Islam, because if they don't, then they're going to be considered Islamophobic, and they have to make sure they check off that box on the woke report card. Then let's talk about the Ottoman Empire. How many Christians they murdered? Because again, we said this so many different times. You keep sitting there. These liberals love sucking themselves off of this ideas like, well, if I'd existed back then, I wouldn't have been. Yes, you would have.
Yeah.
Yes, you would have. You go with the cultural norms of your time. And the fact that you're afforded so much hindsight and things such as that, which is a good thing. And then you don't stop there and appreciate that. You then have to like stand on your podium and make it sound like everything that we progressed to as far as how we look at slavery and things was a result of your thinking. Fuck no, it wasn't. It was societal thinking. Things changed. And to stand there on your podium and make it sound like you're the causation, no, you're not. In fact, when you go the opposite direction of this and you start trying to cancel out historical figures, you're actually now becoming part of the problem. You're trying to sit there and make it sound like you have to be born with the perfect way of thinking. Bullshit. You evolve as a society, but I feel like we've evolved too far. We've progressed too far now because, again, trans women are not women. You're not a real woman. I don't care what they say. Yeah. I don't care whatever leftist freak nuts jobs wanted to. You're not a real woman. To even sit there and like we've talked about before, you want to sit there and say that we're here to fight the patriarchy while you as men pretend to be women, dominate female sports, dominate female fighting, and then you sit there and you think that you're like actually doing a good cause for women. You're biologically not a woman, and that's the fucking science. Yeah. You can't change your chromosomes. You can't. You can try all you want. You can bitch all you want. It doesn't change the fact.
Had they not said anything, had trans people really just kept to themselves and doing their own thing, I don't think anybody would have said anything. But when they started to come out and be like, yeah, you got to call us women. Yeah. We want to be in
too far.
Women's sports. We want to do all this stuff. That's when they went too far. And when they started going into the bathrooms, and when we started getting into like kids are trans now. Yeah. They just took it way too far. They took it way too far, and people started entertaining it. They were like, oh, they're taking us seriously.
Oh my God.
Let's tell them we want to go to the bathroom with them.
Yep. I just, here's the other thing. Like they keep wanting to sit there and talk about like reparations and make themselves feel good. Then how are you going to track that? Yeah. Like, okay, so what if my family actually never owned slaves? Because here's the thing, in slave owners in America, you do realize it was like only 4% of the white population that were rich and wealthy could afford slaves. The rest of them didn't. So who are we wanting reparations from? And then how far back are we going? That's the other question. But again, I think at heart of this, a lot of this, honestly, it's the minority communities wanting money for shit they never experienced from people that never did it. That's all this is. It's laziness. This is laziness. It was, I want this money. If you were good with money, you wouldn't be having the issues you have now. So please stop. Spare me your bullshit. So anyway, how about that butt baby?
Oh, Jesus.
How about that butt baby? It's ridiculous, bro. Every day, we just stray closer or further away from God.
I know, it's crazy.
It's the truth. It's the freaking truth. Oh my God. But that's where we're at. Oh, now the link's going through on YouTube. Hey, this is the Rumble link to the chat. YouTube, come on over to Rumble. We're not fucking with YouTube. They're gonna ban this account soon enough. It's gonna happen. I appreciate my YouTube fam, but come on over to Rumble. Some of you don't like it. That's where we're live at. There's the link. Appreciate your love and support over here on Rumble and helping us grow this community. So the Lost Savages have moved to Rumble. So we actually had a phone call with this morning. Josh and I had a phone call with the Public Square app, and they are basically a dual economy app that promotes patriotic American-loving businesses. Now, they're going to see if they can do CBD sales. And from the sound of it, they think they can, as long as we're not pushing for THC-based products, but CBD should be fine. If that's the case, I'm going to tell all my boys like Frontier Coffee Company, Red Clover Coffee Company, Combat Comb Over, Grill Your Ass, all my buddies that own these businesses, like, hey, bro, go to Public Square. They're going to hook you up, and they're also going to help us throw some ad spend behind our products. We also have a phone call with Rumble next week about, trying to run ads on their platform for CBD. And they said they will do CBD on Rumble. We could be looking at something good here, which it's a great thing. I'm all for it. So, yeah.
We have to have a parallel economy.
Yeah.
Like, if we can't sit here and just have an honest, casual conversation about our feelings and our thoughts on how the country is going.
I don't like a phrase that way about our feelings. It makes it sound like we're rubbing our nipples over, even though that's what we're doing. Big shout out to Son of Man again for $50. He said, just message your chat on YouTube. Tell them they need to go to rumble.com, not the app. That's how they can chat and super chat. Hope it helps. Wait, you can't chat on the app?
I don't know.
Tell me that's not true. You should be able to chat on the app. I think you can. Oh, hold on. Wait, Jesus. This is so unprofessional. I don't care. Wait, so, yeah, you can go to live chat. You can chat on the app. I just did. Yeah, you can chat on the app. You got to hit the live thing. Yeah. Appreciate that, folks. Thank you very much. Yeah, people are on their phones. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for the dono. But how about that butt baby? Well, Joe Biden's migrants are bursting New York. The massive inflow of President Joe Biden's foreign migrants into New York City is causing a crisis in the city's chaotic, expensive housing market. Welcoming Democrats are trying to fix their self-inflicted problem by deporting some of the migrants to lower-wage employers in peripheral cities and by holding other migrants in unused cruise liners. What the fuck?
Huh.
What the fuck? Local and migrants are also competing for housing spaces, including at one 1,000-bed shelter. The New York Post reported on September 19th saying, "We don't want them here because, to be honest with you, to me, they're getting treated better than we do, and this is supposed to be ours," said Daryl Pankey, a homeless resident for 6 months. Now you got a war with the homeless people and the illegal immigrants. Now they're battling each other. This is all thanks to Democratic leadership. These are liberals. They cannot run. They cannot lead shit for anything. They fuck it all up, folks.
Yeah, they do.
It's ridiculous. Man.
You didn't have this problem under the Trump presidency.
Well, it did exist, but it didn't exist
not
in
to this level.
Yeah, not to the other states because they weren't busting to other states. But it was that's why Trump was trying to fix it.
Right.
And all Biden did is reversed all the shit, and now it's like, oh yeah, well you pulled the Band-Aid off. Now the scab's reopened. What are you gonna do? So
get more. They're counting on more Democratic votes,
bro. It's just ridiculous. It's insane to me to see it to this level.
But you think people from Venezuela who are fleeing socialist or communist countries are going to come here and vote for socialist communist agendas?
I wouldn't think they would.
I can't say that I blame these people for fleeing their country to try to get to a better place.
Yeah.
And if they said, "Hey, the borders are wide open, you can come on across,"
which Biden did,
which he did. I can't say that I blame those people for doing it, but on our end, we have to, fortify that border.
We'll try
it has to be. because do you see the Venezuela? They're emptying their prisons and sending their criminals and murderers and rapists to
because they're passing the buck over to us,
right?
Yeah. And case in point, there is like Josh just said, it's like if they're sitting there letting their prisons down, Venezuela isn't the only one,
right?
But if these countries are doing that, saying hey, and it makes sense because you're removing the tax burden, you're removing all that money. It's like let America deal with this bullshit. Let's get rid of our people, and I don't mean that about all of them, but when people are coming through the border and you're not vetting these people, like these 50 migrants at Martha's Vineyard before they get their asses deported, do you know anything about them? Do you have any idea who they were, where they came from? Are these rapists? Are these murderers? And here I'm gonna say it now that we're uncensored. Except not on YouTube, but they're probably going to ban us after this one. Let me tell you this right now. In Mexico, it is perfectly normal for a 40-year-old man to fuck a teenage girl that is underage, impregnate her, and then abandon her and leave her to the family? Did you know that? That's their culture, folks. That is their culture. And you think it's any better in these other South American countries? Come on now. You talk about cultural adaptation or, cultural conformity. I remember Milo Yiannopoulos talking about this so many times in regards to Muslims coming to America. So you don't know how to conform. You can't conform because you don't believe in our laws and our value system because you come from a very just oppressive regime. You come from a very oppressive-based country. So when they come over to America, it's like, oh, by the way, you can't beat your wife here. No, you cannot have sex with that little boy. Same thing with Mexico. I'm telling you, it's very normalized over there. So when these people are coming across the border, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what kind of culture they're coming through. They're not vetted. That's just a fact of the matter. But liberals love it so much because, again, they don't really give a shit about illegal immigrants. The fact they just want a virtue signal. They want to talk about how good of a person they are. Because apparently on their mind, that's how they get to heaven if they even believed in God, which they don't. So that's why it fucking matters. They care so much about looking good for other people that don't even know them. It's insane. So, well, Mitch McConnell apparently is changing his tune. This guy's another fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, it's because it's voting season.
Mitch McConnell turns optimistic, says Republicans could win Senate majority. Previously in doubt that Senator Rick Scott's plan at the National Republican Senatorial Committee would yield positive results, McConnell was cautiously optimistic Republicans will gain the majority. The Chamber of Commerce told Axios. McConnell attended a closed-door meeting on Monday at the chamber where he said Republicans' chances of retaking the Senate have improved. McConnell has previously claimed it was more likely Republicans would retake the House than the Senate. Now, the Senate's going to be a hard one. McConnell also came out there and said the quality of candidate that we're getting in the GOP is not what we need. No, it is exactly what we need. What we don't need are the boomer McConnells. He needs to go fuck away and die. Like, go fucking die, you aged-out boomer fuck. Like, you don't align with the GOP. But McConnell has so much pull. Even Crenshaw talked about it. that McConnell's the fucking head honcho, dude. You play by his rules, or he's gonna ostracize you in Congress. Well, maybe people stop fucking caring about that shit and just say, I'm here to represent my people.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yep.
Just because we vote the same way some of the time does not make you in charge of me. Go fuck yourself. I hate that shit.
I know.
Oh, I hate it.
Gotta bend the knee, kiss the ring.
Fuck him.
'Cause
McConnell's
this
words are
old piece of
notable.
shit.
Oh, he is. I mean, these guys are so corrupt.
Yeah.
They're so corrupt. McConnell's words are notable because he was publicly opposed Scott's plan of defeating Democrats in 2022. Scott's plan entailed spending early money in the Senate races, thus defining Democrats early and impacting the media's polling. With less money in the bank after the financial investment, McConnell suggested Scott should use his personal resources to further aid Republican candidates. McConnell and his wife are worth about $60 million in 2018. Explain to me how you as a politician are worth. That's just a no. That's a no from me. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're Rand Paul. You go in there at $174K a year and you come out and you're worth millions, if not billions. How did you get that money? Now, I'm not against them having jobs. I'm not against them side hustling. But if your contracts that you're awarding certain companies with your stock investments are essentially paying you that, then no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I guarantee that's how a lot of them are, if not all of them.
Yeah.
Even Marjorie Taylor Greene does it.
100%. That's what these career that's why they're career politicians. Why do you
They're
think
scumbags.
Mitch McConnell hasn't done anything else his entire life?
Yeah. You guys are
This
scumbag.
is it. He's a politician.
That's what they do. We cannot go on like this. UN Chief Guterres pleads for global support. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres addressed the globalist organization's 2022 General Assembly on Tuesday, saying the time has come for the world to fall in line and address a range of problems from Russia's invasion of Ukraine to rising food and energy prices, or pay a deadly price. The world has a duty to act, and yet we are gridlocked in colossal global dysfunction. Gutierrez lamented before more than 100 world leaders who had flown into New York City to attend this session. Do you know all this came about after Trump left office?
Yeah.
All this occurred after Trump left office. Russia pushed into Ukraine a year into Biden's administration, or a little bit over that, excuse me. Within 6 months of Biden taking office, gas prices were through their fucking roof. Grocery prices through the fucking roof, and it's only gotten worse.
Yep.
Now, it's curbed out a little bit, but it's still not as good as it was. All this occurred as soon as Biden took office. Don't sit there and tell me it just was coincidental that when Biden took office, all this went to shit. And then we had a massive invasion at the border. Come on now. Liberals, they will never admit this. They will never admit this.
No.
As a matter of fact, speaking of liberals, there was this one woman, again, she's just another freaking, she's another Islamic idiot. Where is it? I tweeted it out. Trump had a rally. And apparently at some point during the rally, everybody pointed one finger towards the sky. I'm not sure what it was for, but everybody pointed one finger towards the sky. Her name is Saria Rayo, and I've seen her before. She's a very hideous, ugly-looking woman. Nobody would fuck her. She's just nasty. She's probably a lesbian. But she says, this is a Trump rally from last night. At a glance, it could be Nazi Germany. There's literally just Americans pointing up towards the sky. That's not a Sieg Heil. That's not a Hitler salute. So I'm not sure, because she says at a glance, it could be Nazi Germany. Lady, I wish you existed in Nazi Germany. I wish you could experience what the Jews went through. You don't know shit about fuck. She says, if you are a Republican, you are a Nazi. Well, if that's the case, then why don't we just eliminate her?
You know, George Soros was an actual Nazi.
And he fucking dimed out the Jews.
He's a big Democrat.
She says, if you are married to, dating, or friends with a Republican, you are married to, dating, or friends with a Nazi. If you don't want to be a Nazi, speak up. I wish somebody would fucking put a bullet in her head. Piece of shit. If you don't, you're a Nazi. Bitch, if I was a Nazi, you'd fucking know it. You'd be the first one. You'd be the first one. How dare you? But again, if liberals want to go this direction, by all means, go that direction. Because she even turned her comments on that. Because even moderate Democrats are like, okay, bitch, you're fucking retarded. You're stupid. What are you saying?
Shadow Sniper says it's one finger equals one nation.
No, one nation under God. Oh, God forbid. That's so racist. To be united as the United States of America. Oh, God forbid. Now, realistically, it should be two. I should be two. Us and the fucking fruitcakes on the left. I don't want to be united with them. So maybe we can do something to where we would put people like her.
And then them.
And then them. It's us and then them. Middle finger being them. Us, them. Fair enough.
That I could stand behind.
I could stand behind that. Yeah. Dude, these people are so fucking unhinged, and it's only gonna get. You're a Nazi. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I kind of wish we were, because then we could put you in a fucking camp and you can experience what it really means to fucking be like Nazi oppression. Like, people like that make such outlandish statements. You prove the fact that you don't know what you're talking about, because to even sit there and make the comparison is so inaccurate. But it's like, maybe you should experience some of that hatred, because clearly you haven't. Yeah. Because if you did, you'd know, okay, look, Republicans are some assholes, but they ain't Nazis. Mm-hmm. They ain't Nazis. When I see Republicans out there putting bullets in people's heads, making people wearing stars on their jackets, living in the fucking ghetto, raping, doing shit like, I don't see that, but I do see violence from the left. Yeah. I do see them trying to molest children and groom children. And here's here it is. Quote me on this one. Even the Nazis didn't condone child drag shows. Even the Nazis would have said this is disgusting. Yeah. That's what I think of contemporary liberalism today. You are beneath Nazis. At least Nazis had fucking standards. You don't. You want to fucking groom children. That's the damn truth. That is the damn truth. So if you got a liberal friend, you quote me and send this to them. See, watch their heads just fucking melt. Weird. Huh. Weird. She's much a Nazi. Bitch, if I was, you'd fucking know it. And you'd be the first one I'd make sure that knew it. Dumb bitch.
They've just really use that word.
Oh, yeah.
Nazi and racist. Yeah. Like, they've lost all meaning at this point.
Nazi, racist, xenophobe, bigot, homophobes. Oh, my God.
But if you don't give me any examples, then shut up. Like, it would be one thing if they were marching down the street.
Yeah, goose-stepping, doing the ZK. Yeah. I was like, okay, she's got a point. This is kind of fucked up.
Right.
Versus, like, they're just saying one nation under God.
Yeah.
Well, that's a symbol for white nationalism. No, it's not. It's the.
Tell me what's wrong with wanting a smaller government, more money in my own pocket for the money that we work for.
Yep.
And a secure border.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
their socialist mindset. They want to build a national community where everybody, each according to their own. Yeah. Bullshit. Doesn't work.
They start making things up like climate change. Like that's interesting.
100%. 100%. But hey, they're going to keep going down this road. They just keep going further and further down the rabbit hole of insanity. And like I said, they're splitting their own party. Their own party's like, okay, we've got a lot of retards in our midst. We should probably get rid of them. And I can honestly see the DNC splitting, not down the middle, but the extremists forming their own party, which they should.
I don't even see them splitting down the middle. Like, they all seem very united in trans issues, big government, and keeping people at home.
But I also feel that's what the media portrays. That's definitely what CNN and the rest of them portray. I don't think the DNC has that many people that are on board with the sexualization of children. There's just the extremist liberals that I see. Because
you do see some of these people at these rallies and at these events, at these pride parades and all that shit.
But of course, I just don't know if it's like the majority of the DNC supports this, and as far as the issues of child drag queen shows and children on puberty blockers.
Well, their silence
is deafening.
So
that's true.
I mean, because you have even at like some of Ben Shapiro's events where they show up.
Oh yeah,
and shut it down. I think Tommy Lauren even had an event where she was at some college and then she had some issues with security. But we don't see. I don't think you see that unless I just missed it. Like conservatives going to some of these leftist rallies and banging on the doors.
Maybe we should. Maybe our conservatives should get out there, because if conservatives do that, then it's going to be war. People are going to start dying.
I think what conservatives do is when Joe Biden is giving a speech, they'll shout out something like "fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah. Yeah, and if you do that, then you're favoring authoritarianism. You're undermining democracy by questioning the president. It's like, wow, that's what a freaking dictator would say. Yeah. Don't undermine democracy by questioning me. I need your blind loyalty. That's exactly what a tyrant would say. Somebody should shoot that motherfucker. Ooh, not him. I don't want to call for death on the president. I'll get arrested. I'm already on an FBI watch list, I bet. But fuck these nerds, man. I'm telling you, it's. But now the globalism is like, hey, we need to come united and no, fuck you. Mm-hmm. Fuck the UN. That's what America needs, is balls again and actually take the lead again.
Yeah.
America needs to isolate a little bit, because I'm not for this global entity of like, we should all come together. No, absolutely not. And even in America, I don't want to unite with you fucking weirdos. I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I think we can get along with everybody without having to intertwine all of our business together.
Exactly.
It seemed to be working fairly well for a while.
Well, Taiwan thanks Joe Biden for supportive comments. White House walked back. You know, the White House is like undermining Biden at every turn. Biden goes to this Detroit car show, or he's doing that interview. And in the interview, he's like, hey, the pandemic is over. And everybody's like, no, it's not. And then the White House is like, no, it's not. It's
we
like,
need
bro,
control.
Yeah, it's like you have so much like misinformation. Like the Ministry of Truth would be like shitting itself. It's like, hold on, like we got to correct ourselves. Like, oh fuck, how do we do this? It's like, now you got to correct the president. What are you gonna do? Maybe it's a good thing you did abolish it because yeah, you'd be looking really stupid right now, which they already do. But that's just so funny. It's like, yeah, it's over. And then everybody's like, because the liberals don't want it to be over. They love COVID. Liberals love COVID because how else will you virtue signal about wearing a mask and doing your part and show the world what a good human being you are? Because that's all you've got.
I know.
It's ridiculous. 2 weeks to flatten the curve, my dick. Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement on Monday extending its sincere appreciation to President Joe Biden for stating in a CBS News interview this weekend he would send U.S. troops to defend Taiwan from a Chinese invasion, a promise the White House immediately walked back in a statement to the broadcaster following the interview. That's right, folks. If you're serving the military, you're going to go die in fucking Taiwan for a bunch of people that don't give a fuck about you, and you shouldn't give a fuck about either just because China wants to invade. Are you seeing it now, folks? Are you seeing this globalist issue that the government continues to get us involved in? Are you seeing it? Fuck no. You got it. Like Biden himself, he says this.
He's done this a few times.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time that he's talked about this shit.
It's the fourth time because it says the interview is at least the fourth time in Biden's presidency that he has claimed Washington as a commitment to defending Taiwan from a Chinese invasion, including with the use of American troops, which is not an accurate representation of American foreign policy. Each time, White House spokespeople have rapidly issued statements. Hey, guy, yeah, the president. Okay, hey, real quick, edit that part out of the interview. The president isn't always talking about it. Matter of fact, he just shit himself 2 days ago. No, we're not sending troops. Please don't put that in the interview. And the interviewer's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm airing that shit.
I know,
bro. The senile old man.
He patted it pretty heavily though. Like they hold his hand all the way through the interview.
Yeah,
no tough questions.
Nope. But he can't handle it. And then he even talks about, like, I was told to call on this person. You know, my wife tells me what to do. But like, what a bitch. What a bitch. We are being led by a senile, dementia-ridden, child-sniffing pedo lover.
There.
These people, in my opinion, I'm just stop there. I mean, I'm not censored, but there's only so much I can say before it's like, okay, this guy, fucking douche. America does not recognize the nation of Taiwan as a country and has no formal military treaties with it, nor has it otherwise committed to a military alliance with Taiwan. While ceding to China its false claim that Taiwan is not a country, Washington does not recognize Taiwan as a province of China, as Beijing does, and maintains informal ties with its government that include military weapon sales. Taipei nonetheless expressed gratitude to Biden for making the statements, which the White House appeared to invalidate immediately after they were broadcasted. Whoever's job that is, you ain't paying them enough. Like you need a raise. You definitely need a raise. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of China extends its sincere appreciation to President Biden for once again emphasizing the staunch and rock-solid U.S. security commitment to Taiwan, the government of President Tsai Ing-wen said on Monday. Since taking office, President Biden has frequently stressed the U.S. security commitment to Taiwan, the statement continued. Since August, following China's baseless escalation of provocative military activities in the Taiwan Strait, the Biden administration has repeatedly conveyed support for Taiwan through public statements and concrete actions. I can only imagine being in the military today, and if something kicks off in Taiwan and they say you're going, I'd be like, nope, that ain't my war. Ain't my war. Fucking ridiculous. Like, I didn't list for this.
Send people over to die.
Like liberals, rich white dudes sending the poor. Aren't you against this? Aren't you against the war machine? Don't you want to see no more war? Yet Biden makes a statement like that, and I'm just kind of like,
yeah,
weird.
Just like that.
Just like that.
No problem.
Nope.
He's like, yeah,
we'll send troops.
Of course we'll defend them.
Yeah, man, it looks like, Alaska could be getting overrun by polar bear. We'll send in troops. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Send in the troops. Everything. Everything's answered with troops.
He doesn't see these soldiers as people.
Nah.
They're pawns.
Exactly. I mean, they're so rich, man. These are the elite rich. They don't give a fuck.
I mean,
They don't give a shit about you. Like, people really think about it. They don't care about you.
going to war should be the last, very last option.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, hate to say it, man, but I think Taiwan's in trouble.
I think they are too. And, here's the thing. Not my pig, not my farm. Now, I know that's going to be a huge impact on trade, but even still, I'm not risking my life for that.
No.
You deal with it. Ain't my problem. I mean, do we have to get involved in every problem? Because that was the counter argument to every fucking person that wanted to go fight in Ukraine. Well, it's going to be at our doorstep. No, it's not. That's in Europe. Bro, what are you talking about? This is Ukraine. And it's like we're in year or month 6 or 7 of this war, and Russia still can't take it. You think Russia's going to push past Ukraine? Russia's already, used up so many resources. You really think they're going to try and push into Poland? No. Come on now. And winter's coming, by the way. And once winter hits, your fucking scheme of maneuver is done. You ain't going anywhere. You're set. Because as soon as that snow starts hitting, man, it's gridlock. You're not going anywhere.
I know.
Then it's going to be door-to-door fighting. Good luck.
I wonder what's really going on over there right now.
A lot of our money going into black market shit.
Yeah. I think so too. Probably setting up heroin plants.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. Not even for a second.
I mean, in the fog of war.
Oh my God. There's no accountability.
They could do anything.
Yeah, no accountability. Who's going to say anything?
We have no idea what's going on. We get this idiot writing checks for billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's all right.
Yeah, but not a big deal. We're paying our fair share. Right? We all take a bite of this shit sandwich, right? Well, hey, folks, if you haven't checked us out, we're on Rumble. We're going to be live on Rumble every day at 12 p.m. CST. If you haven't done so and you go on the profile of the John Burke page, there's that little bell next to the follow button. Tap that bell and then select receive notifications via, I almost said sex, yeah, Freudian slip. You know what I'm doing when I get home? I'm going to touch myself thinking of you, Josh, the beautiful Jewish bastard. Go to the page, hit that follow button, and there's a little bell icon just to the right of it. Tap that, and it says receive notifications instantly. So anytime we go live, you'll receive an email that we are live. Now, the text message thing's probably not going to happen now. They just locked my account again in the middle of this because apparently they think we're selling CBD on the text message service, which we're not. We're selling it on the podcast. It's different.
On the podcast.
It's different, totally different. So, and if you've not done so, we have a Telegram chat channel. If you're not aware of that, did y'all know that? We got a Telegram chat channel for the Lost Savages. I've got the link to it right here if you're interested. I'm going to post it in the chat. There it is. Posting in the chat now. Let me go post it on the Rumble chat. There we go. Boom, boom. Spamming the shit out of it. It's the Lost Savages chat. I'll do updates over there as well. So that way you guys can be aware of what's going on, when the show is, yada, yada, things such as that. So, there we go. Okay. So this is some good news. Texas Governor Greg Abbott takes commanding lead over Beto O'Rourke.
Butthole O'Rourke.
Butthole O'Rourke. Maybe he's got a butt baby or two.
You know he does.
You know he does.
He probably stuffs about 2 or 3 of those things out there.
I wouldn't doubt it. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has a commanding lead over his Democrat challenger, Robert Francis O'Rourke. A UTT Tyler Dallas Morning News survey released this week. This is the Dallas Morning News. They're as blue as it gets. There's some liberal motherfuckers over there. They are liberal as fuck.
I know. They're probably walking around wearing Beto t-shirts.
I took the bike into work today and I saw some car next to me had the Beto O'Rourke for Texas sticker on their bumpers. It's like, yeah, you fucking, and then you look and see who it is. Like, no, you look as stupid as you. You look pretty stupid.
See that.
I could see that. Mm-hmm. You look like you got a touch of the retard. You do. You're a fucking liberal. Go figure. The survey asked respondents who they would support in the Lone Star State's governor's race. Overall, 47% said they would back Abbott, compared to 38% who said the same for O'Rourke, giving the Republican a 9-point lead. But again, now, I'm not trying to piss on people's parade. How many people did they poll, and where did they poll them at? Now, if they polled them in downtown Dallas, and that's the result, holy shit.
You know what?
That's a big deal.
What credentials does this guy have?
He hit and run on somebody.
He was the mayor of El Paso.
Yeah.
Then he ran for Senate.
Failed.
Then he ran for president.
Failed.
And now he's running for...
Fail again.
What are his qualifications?
How do you not know this yet, Josh? His last name is Beto. He's trying to identify with the Hispanic populace. His name is Beto, even though he's fucking Irish.
Duh.
Isn't this the same thing that Elizabeth Warren did with she's speaking with bullshit forked tongue? Like, you try and appropriate somebody else's culture and try and utilize it to get a leg up because you know minorities have a privilege that white people don't, thus confirming the fact that privilege does exist, especially for black people.
Yeah, I saw around here in this area, like on the way to the gym, there's this big ass house with these two big butthole posters on each side. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, I don't get it. I like, what? Why do you think this guy would do any better?
I don't know.
I just
more people are popping into the chat saying they just got the text message. That text message we just sent out was almost to 4,000 people. Just ran us about $600. So we're not doing that again. That's not sustainable because I thought one credit equaled one text, which was 1 cent. No, it's not. It's a little bit more. And I was like, oh, fuck. It's like, so we'll at least blast the first SMS out to let people know what's going on. But hey, every day, 12 p.m. CST right here will be live. That way people know. And once again, just go to the page on Rumble, tap the follow button, the little bell to the right, tap that, and then set receive instant notifications via email. And that way you'll be emailed when we go live. So we appreciate that. And again, check out the All American Savage show on Patreon. You can support the show there. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. I thought, I'm not trying to call this too early, but I thought Beto would be a little bit closer to Abbott because, you know, Democrats, with this whole abortion thing they're running with. Matter of fact, let's get into that one.
You know,
Stacey Abrams, she's using this right now to go after Kemp. She's using the abortion thing to try and rally her campaign, even though she's getting slaughtered in the polls. They're using abortion.
Well, that's what this douchebag was doing too. Like, okay,
What?
women who are raped and get pregnant still have to follow the law of the 6 week, but you still have 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see some negotiation there as far as
I can
like,
see some leeway being given on that.
'Cause
Right to life for the woman and then rape and incest. And again, that's like a small percentile.
very small percentage.
But I think there should be certain specific cases granted to where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're raped, then you weren't irresponsible. That was forced upon you. And look, I hate to say it's disgusting to say that, you know, someone has to die, but that's not the person's fault. Now, there are going to be people that counter that and say, well, the child still shouldn't be penalized. Well, then, and again, I know we've had this conversation. There's probably a lot of things I'm not thinking of, but after you're raped, why not go take plan B? Like, you know, you could report that to the police.
Yeah.
Maybe that I wouldn't mind taxpayer money going to funding stuff like that to where it's like, look, if you were raped, taxpayer money has allowed us to provide you this rape prevention kit or this pregnancy prevention kit that they don't get charged for.
right.
But I also will know, with that being said, liberals by and large will suddenly start claiming they were raped and then go to get this for free birth control. I know they will.
I mean, I guess nothing is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a perfect solution, but I think there's been studies done.
Well, I mean, it worked
women
for
who have
me.
been
As far as like they said no more abortions, and it was just kind of like, I get it. It makes sense to me because now people are like, it's just.
well,
It's the same argument as like the guns. Like, you cannot ban guns because they will still be the black market and stuff like that. But at the same token, like, you still got to fight for it. It's human life.
There's studies that have been done from women who have been raped and impregnated who have gone on to have their baby still.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
I
And
mean,
they
and that-
chose to do. Yeah.
And that seems to be the majority.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like, because then you can still have the situation.
No,
That's a slippery slope. You can still have tyranny by the majority just because the majority do.
But, I mean, it's still killing a baby. I don't care how small it is.
I know, but even still,
at what point do you say what's worse, rape or murder,
well,
or rape or killing a baby? I mean, it's a tough decision to have.
it's a very tough decision, but I still have to fall back with the idea that that's the woman's choice. I know it's, but wait a minute, hold on, because even still, if we're still in that 6 week heartbeat bill that Abbott's signing, or was it 8 weeks?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. It still falls in that parameter.
Right.
So, I mean,
right.
I'm
So
still
that's
okay with
why,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just that, now here's the thing. If you were raped, the law should basically said you have 6 weeks. Because now I think the trigger law was says like now it's completely illegal. Like there is no time frame. Now it's illegal at all to get an abortion. And then Democrats went and ran and said, oh, now they're saying the Plan B is abortion. I was like, no, it's not. Plan B is preventative. It's not an abortion. What are you talking about? Like Plan C is. That's like a chemical abortion. But still, I still think within that 6 week window, if you were raped, pop a Plan B. Now, granted, and I'm not trying to make this sound as if like, I don't really care for women. It still's gonna. It fucks. Some women are very sensitive to Plan B, and it fucks them up bad.
Do you think it would change a lot of minds if a lot of people see how an abortion is actually done?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
when you actually see the head being cut and the arms, oh my God, it's disgusting to watch. Disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a gentle procedure.
No,
it isn't.
It's nasty, depending on how far along the child is. And who was it? It was oh God, who was it that was in favor? What was the Northern up in who was for day of
the racist guy?
The
blackface.
Yeah, that got swept under the rug really quick. He was for day of birth abortion.
Yeah, just
a 9-month-old child killing it. I'm like, what the fuck? Because even in their mind, until it passes through the vaginal canal and the cord snipped and that baby draws its first breath, it's still a clump of cells.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy has a Church of Satan card in his wallet. Anybody that even recommends something like that.
That's a question I have for liberals. At what point does it transition from a clump of cells fetus to an actual human being? At what point? Is there some kind of magical thing that occurs as soon as you poop the baby out your wahoo? It's like, oh, now it's no longer a clump of cells. Now that I can see it outside of the vagina, it's a human being. It's like it was the same on the outside as it was on the inside. And some of these liberals, you're still the same on the inside as once you came out. You're still a bunch of fucking little babies that are, should be in your mom's womb because you just can't even function in society like a fucking adult. So I don't know. 6 weeks pregnant is only 2 weeks past your missed period. But here's the thing, though, Al. If you're raped, why not take one as a preventative? I'm not arguing. I agree with you. I understand there can be some misconceptions. I'm not trying to say like black and white. It's like I get that there's some gray area there. Yeah. But in my mind, it's like, look, if I'm going to have sex with somebody that has an STD, number one, I'm either not going to have sex with them, or if I'm forced to, which that's a weird porn, I'm going to wear a condom. But I also am never going to put myself in that situation because it's just weird. Bad example. Let's just go to if you're raped.
This is getting really weird.
It is getting really weird. But I'm just trying to think outside the box of ways that we could help prevent somebody that doesn't want to have a baby from, essentially being able to prevent themselves from getting pregnant. So, I don't know. Wait, this is another $50. Says, hey, Mr. Burke, by the way, all this should go to Josh and his family. I was trying to help. But I mean, I already buy Shell Shock rack out from y'all year round for like 2 years. So what? So you want the $200 to go to Josh and his family? Okay, that's fine. I don't know. Like you do know that Josh co-owns Shell Shock. We get paid the same amount. What? Now you're just being weird. Keep your $50. I don't need it that bad. Thank you, though. Josh ain't getting any of it. It's all going to me now. Now we'll put that to good use in the show. We'll figure out ways to make the show. But, I forgot. We got another guest coming on Thursday. Some of y'all probably follow her. Her name is Jessica Harlow. Jessica's coming on the show this Thursday at 12 p.m. CST. You know Jessica?
No. I don't.
You're like, nice. Hey, she nice. Like, you know her? No. Okay. Jessica,
she's solid name though.
She's this woman is fucking great. Like I love following her. She is a firebrand, and she verified on Instagram, 122,000. She's in the political spectrum. She's out of New York. She has a lot of opinions in the political spectrum, but she's got that New York accent, and it's like because I followed her. I don't even know how we found each other. But I love her content because she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She calls herself her own. She's like, I'm a dictator. She's like, this is my page. I'm a dictator. I don't listen to the opinions of fucking weirdos. Like, damn, like I like this. Good for you. I respect that.
Hey.
So we had Ryan Fournier today. That podcast will be up later. And then Thursday, we have Jessica Harlow coming on the show. Crenshaw said he's going to come back on the show at some point in this month and discuss what's going on. I can ask him some other questions, have a good interview with that. People don't like him. I know people don't like him, but I love getting to talk to him and like basically go at it with him. It's fun. We're reaching out to some other people to get some more guests on the show. Just kind of broaden it up a little bit, have some little mixed bag of tricks. Mm-hmm. But all right, Stacey Abrams, Democratic nominee for governor in Georgia, is up against GOP incumbent and generally favorable Republican environment in a generally favorable Republican environment while trying to meet the high expectations following her narrow defeat in the 2018 race. But she's found an issue to center her campaign around as Election Day approaches, protecting abortion rights in Georgia. Now, this is coming to us from CNN, so keep that in mind, just like with Fox or anything else. But she's going to utilize this because it's such a hot button issue.
Sure.
Hot button issue. And, you're going to get a lot of the women voters on this one, but a lot of the Republican women will be like, no, Not going to happen. It's going to be front and center in the conversation, Abrams told CNN in an interview. Okay. Democrats will never concede this, but they know it in their heart of hearts. The only reason she is making this a center point conversation and topic of discussion is because she knows that's all she's got at this point. That's all you have. You lost. They don't want you. The people of Georgia don't want you. And even in that race, what did you claim? It was stolen and rigged.
Yeah, I thought she was the governor.
No, didn't she say she's not going to concede? Like that?
Yeah, she never conceded. She contested the whole election and said it was rigged.
My, how the turntables.
Interesting.
Mine, how the turntables. But no, if a black fat lady can do it, it's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right if a black fat liberal does it. They can claim election being stolen. We don't say anything. But if a white heterosexual male does it, you're literally a Nazi.
You're a Nazi.
You son of the devil. You probably tried to enslave her if you could, wouldn't you white devil? You cracker.
Reparations.
Reparations now. Didn't do nothing. Reparations. Shut the fuck up. Go burn down a city or some shit like that. Everybody's tired of listening to your bullshit. Oh my God. I don't even want to read any more about this article. Hopefully she gets like beat again. She's worthless. So Biden questioned on migrant surge, says not rational to send them back to Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua. I agree with him. It's not rational. And this is where a lot of Republicans and I separate ways. They're like, well, just send them back over the border. They just come right back. You know how many times we've done, that's what they call it, catch and release. You're catching them again and you're releasing them again. It's worthless to send them back. Because what we first have to do is when you have a sinking ship, folks, when your ship is taking on water, the first thing to do is not start scooping out the water. It's to plug the leak. Then you scoop out the water. Folks, we can keep sending them back, but the leak is still there. The border is still open. The border needs to be closed. Close the border, then kick them the fuck out. Because until that, you're going to spend all this money deporting them, and they're going to come right the fuck back. They're broke. They're okay. All they need is food and water, and they're walking, baby. But in the meantime, we're spending billions, and it's not profiting us anything. Now, until that border's closed, DeSantis and Abbott are doing it right. Fine. We're passing the buck up to the northern states.
Yep.
You fucking sanctuary cities, you take them. You want them so much, you take them.
The mayor of El Paso.
Oh, my God.
Did you hear that guy?
Nope. But I know they freaking sent another plane load to them, didn't they?
El Paso?
Yeah.
No, El Paso is taking on thousands and thousands of illegals coming across the border every single day.
Ryan Fournier he made a post about that the other day. He said, let me pull this up because I didn't even know this happened. I laughed my ass off at it.
Yeah, he's a Democratic governor or mayor, and he said they had like over 2,000 people show up, and they don't have any place for them. So you had over Martha's Vineyards.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. The Democrat mayor of El Paso just sent 55 buses of illegal immigrants to New York City. When a Democrat mayor does that, you know,
the border has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be closed.
Let me interrupt, but you were saying I wanted to make sure I got that right.
Yeah,
first.
but I mean, that was it.
That's just bro, a Democrat fucking mayor. Because it's literally saying it's your problem now.
Because it's putting on the burden on the citizens of El Paso.
How is it their fault? How is it their responsibility? By proxy of location? That's not right. What if there was a fucking snow Mexican invasion from Canada? Yeah. And then suddenly the northern states and the southern states, well, it's your problem. You deal with the snow Mexicans. That's fucked up. Right. That's fucked up. And all you're doing is, I mean, here's the thing. Hear me out. In my mind, my mind's going a million miles a minute. It's a good thing this is happening now because more southern blues are turning red, especially in these border towns. It's like, no, we're done. These Democrat policies are failing us. They are not working. Secure the border, secure the nation. That's what needs to happen, and they're not doing it. Biden just continues to just fuck this up. Well, Kamala, it's her wheelhouse. He gave it to her.
I mean, so basically, like, handed it off to nobody.
Pretty much. Fucking worthless. Biden responds to questions about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis possibly sending him. Did you see this one article about this Texas sheriff who's opening up an investigation into Ron DeSantis human trafficking from what he did? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, you blue line cock-sucking bootlicker fuck. Shut the fuck up, you bald-headed.
How about looking into actual human trafficking at the fucking
He's
border,
just another fucking
dummy.
bootlicking pig, and I say that
man.
term only towards traitors to the Constitution behind that badge. I have a lot of friends that are cops that I love to do. They do the right thing. This motherfucker is the definition of of a pig. Fuck him. Fuck you. Political bias behind a badge. You want to, bro, you don't have jurisdiction in Florida. Shut your ass up and shut the fuck up. And by the way, you get voted into office. Sure would be a shame. Sure would be a shame. And you better watch yourself on this one. Because these blue people that are voting for you, because you clearly must be a Democrat, because no Republican would be stupid enough to do something like that, the more and more we see this invasion hitting the wallets, they're going to turn on you. And you ain't getting reelected. The sovereignty of Texas has to come first. So if you want to stand against that, and I love how all these fucking libertarians, it's human trafficking. He literally just deported them, or he literally just transferred them to another state.
Yeah, there's actual human trafficking going on. Nobody's mentioned the trailer full of dead people.
They're not going to.
50 over 50 people who were killed trying to get over here, being smuggled.
Yeah.
Or the rape trees on the way over.
So wait a minute. Wait.
It's when they get here, you put them on a bus and you send them to a sanctuary city.
This is what I love about how they try and go after DeSantis. Like, he lied to those immigrants, said he promised them jobs and shit. No, that's what sanctuary cities promise. Ron DeSantis is just saying, okay, fine, we'll send them to you. They're your problem. But every one of these fucking simps that wants to sit there and try and defend this and say, this is human trafficking, John, you're going against the Constitution. Bull fucking shit. The Constitution outlines it's the federal government's responsibility to secure that fucking border, and they're not. So when the federal government fails, it's up to the states to do what the fuck they got to do. Right now, we've got a breakdown of law enforcement. So when that comes down to in my mind, all bets are off. Fuck the government. Do what you got to do. They're ignoring the Constitution. Fair enough. Why should we play by the same rules? Do you not seem to understand? We are like the akin to the British redcoats. We are standing in this field getting picked off one at a time. Meanwhile, the other side is hiding in the trees and the grass, and you can't see them. This is what Democrats are doing. Start playing by no rules. Fuck it. Because here's the thing, we can beat them at this game. To where it's like, if you want to go down this road, fine, all bets are off. You're going to lose, and you're going to lose hard. But playing by the rules while they keep punching us in the fucking face, and what it's costing the Texas taxpayer, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Human trafficking my fucking dick. Get the fuck out of here. It's bullshit, and you know it. These idiots out there trying to say this. It's ridiculous. But isn't it interesting? Again, like we said before, oh my, how the rich white motherfuckers, they get their pennies in a wad and they're like, oh, you mean we got to pay for these people? Oh, hell no. I say, Harry, the help is on the lawn without a lawnmower.
Send them on their way.
Last, most certainly not least, coming to us from CNN, the harsh reality conservatives refuse to acknowledge. This is by Christine Rowe Finkbeiner. I bet she had a great childhood. CNN, she says... keep in mind, she's the executive director and co-founder of MomsRising.org, a nonprofit national organization that supports policies to improve family economic security. She is the author of Keep Marching, How Every Woman Can Take Action and Change Our World. Oh my God. I'm telling you, you women need to learn to shut the fuck up, because all you do is nag, and you fucking ruin everything. No, you don't. I'm just playing. I just don't like liberal women. Moms, women, and caregivers are beyond angry. We're overwhelmed, out of time, and ready to vote. The midterms are coming, and American women are registering to vote at record levels. And according to polling, many are motivated by the fight for abortion rights and the crushing blows of having to persist without a care infrastructure. Something has to give, because moms, women, and families can't give anymore. Note how she doesn't say anything about the dads, the fathers. Yeah. It's always women. Hey, you think you're so empowered? Fine. Men, don't simp for these bitches. Let them fucking do their own thing. You think you're so fucking powerful? I challenge you, the next time you drive by a road construction crew or a power line repair crew, find how many women there are there. You cunts need to understand something. You want to demonize men? If men took a fucking 30-day sabbatical, this nation would fucking crumble, because you don't do any physically demanding jobs. You don't do labor-intensive jobs. You don't. I don't care if you like that or not. I've worked those hard construction jobs. Not a single fucking woman out there. I'm not saying you shouldn't be allowed. By all means, go right ahead. But you don't. Why is that? Please, pray tell, if we're the same, if we're equal, you can do anything a man can do, then why don't I see you doing it? By and large, you don't. So you want to put this idea. I like how she starts this article. Women are they're doing so much. How do you think it feels to be a fucking man? Especially a man married to a bitch like you. Ugh. I could imagine. Or a man that stuck his wiener inside of her and blew his baby gravy and knocked her up. That poor little shithead that she births out. I feel bad for that child. Surprised she didn't murder it.
I think it'll probably be role reversal there. She'd be hammering her husband.
Pretty much. It can't be overlooked that while regularly discounting dismissed and underpaid moms, what are you talking about? Don't you love, again, they go nuclear. Oh, you would think they were the slaves. Move over black people. Liberal white women are the real oppressed minorities in this country. I feel like I'm oppressed having to listen to you bitch about this dumb shit that you, I mean, come on. Women are turning out in record numbers. You're right, especially in Florida. You went after the kids. Let's continue this on to another topic. You talk about the abortion rights. Again, all that did is shifted it back down to the states. Do you or do you not believe in democracy? A democratic system in place by voting into representation as outlined by our founding documents. If you do believe in that, then what the fuck are you on about? What the hell are you talking about? When they come out there and they're talking about how it's just like, oh, we're so oppressed. Like, no. Democracy had its hand, and this is the outcome. Because you didn't like it, now you claim like that fat bitch Izzo. We're so oppressed. Jabba the Hutt looking bitch. I mean, you're as big as a fucking house, and you want to talk about how oppressed you are as you make millions?
I know.
I was in the car the other day with a girlfriend, and one of the bitch's songs came on. Yeah. I'm coming up here to accept my award. Hold on, I gotta catch my breath. I eat so much Little Debbie. I'm so oppressed. One of her songs came on. It's like, I took a DNA test. I'm 100% that bitch. Yeah, you're a fat bitch. And I'm not trying to make fun of her for that, but it's the fact that when you sit there and say you're oppressed and you're fat, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
She did say she was fat.
No,
I did hear some of her speech when she was talking to her younger self, tell her that she could be that fat kid that becomes famous.
Absolutely.
She did it.
She did it. Good job, but you're not oppressed.
Yeah.
I love how these black people want to come out there and start talking about oppression, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Yet you are billionaires.
Yeah, it's
majority of which is coming from white people.
What's impressive what she accomplished.
No, I'm not impressed with her. I think she's a dumb bitch.
I mean, to be able to get to that rank and to that industry, to be able to be successful.
Yeah, clearly not oppressed.
Yeah, she's not oppressed.
Fuck no, she's not.
Not even a little bit.
Poor Izzo. Everybody cry, a little tear of sadness for Izzo as she's in her mansion. Like, we're so oppressed.
It looks like she maybe put on 20, 30 more pounds since she got successful. So she's wearing it well.
Can you imagine sitting there in your $1 million mansions with like a TV in every room, probably on the shitter, with like a TV built into the shower, all kind. And you're sitting like, I'm so oppressed. I'm so oppressed. Like, do you hear how tone deaf you stupid people are?
I know.
I'm sorry. I don't want to hear rich motherfuckers talk to me about being oppressed. You're not oppressed.
No, you're not.
Especially as a black woman who her community makes up 13 to 40% of the population, and you're a millionaire. You think you got that strictly from black people? That was white people that gave that to you by and large, bitch. By and fucking large. Don't tell me you're oppressed because they're stupid white people dumb enough to listen to your peasant music.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what you think about it. I think it's peasant music.
I've never heard any of her music. I just saw
it's probably akin to fucking Cardi B.
I didn't know who she was until she got up there and just started going around Instagram. And
it's akin to Cardi B. It's that wet ass pussy bullshit. It's black and female empowerment, yet for the wrong reasons, probably. I'm taking a wild guess here. Probably just get a guess there. God, I love being on set. Did they ban us on YouTube yet? They
Still
should've.
going.
Trans women aren't women. Have they done it yet? They got to ban me after this one?
Still going.
Somebody said, I think she has a new Instacart commercial. That doesn't shock me. I don't know. John, you have to clown on Queen Latifah Netflix movie. It's a racist pile of trash. Oh, my God. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it anymore. More and more black people are going to come running to this movement of freaking oppression. You know, again, all white people have to do is just say no. That's all you have to do. We are the majority. Just say no. But liberals won't because, again, liberals have to score those feel-good points of how good human beings they are. They have to do that. They have to tell the entire world, I'm not racist. I'm just like you. Yeah, bullshit. They get super racist when a black person goes conservative. That fucking coon.
I know.
Whoa, that got racist really quick.
I know, man.
I don't see Republicans doing that. And I certainly didn't see Republicans going out there and beating the shit out of Asian people during COVID. You know who I did see? Black people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, we did. Where do you think that hashtag Stop Asian Hate came from? Fuck me. But I love how liberals are like, we've got this new hashtag, Stop Asian Hate. Well, who's attacking them? Well, we just need to stop Asian hate. Well, who's attacking them? We just need to stop the hate. Peas and carrots. It doesn't matter who's doing it. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fuck this dumb liberal bitch. I don't give a shit about what she has to say about how oppressed she is. Moms are. I'm gonna shut up. I mean, what are you complaining about? You have it so bad as a liberal mom, then just abort the little bastard. Isn't that what you're wanting? What are you complaining about? You have the option in your little blue states. Go kill the kid. What are you whining about? You don't have it worse. You have the option to kill. Oh, but if you live in a red state, oh, God forbid. Again, legalize it for liberals. Let them murder their own. That's less little shitheads we got to worry about running around.
They can go to any Democratic-run state.
100%. Go birth your little, future failure over there.
Have as many abortions as they want.
Yeah, you're gonna probably have that kid raised up to be trans as it is, so you can, wrap yourself in that flag and
Apparently,
whatever.
if you go make it out to Virginia, you could have the baby, and if you're still on the fence about it,
oh man,
They'll
after
keep
I
it
just
on a
poop
tray.
that baby out, I don't like to. Yeah, kill it. That's murder.
Oh,
That's
no.
fucking murder.
you go back there, and
Right.
Ralph has a baby mustache, eating it.
I love the way babies taste.
know.
Feed me more. Soros needs sacrifices.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Well, folks, that does it for today's episode. Again, 12 p.m. CST, Monday through Friday. We will be live here on Rumble for the John Burke page. Also, don't forget to look up the John Ross page on Rumble. We're uploading the John Ross videos over to there. We're going to pump out a new John Ross coming soon. And then we have the new, we're writing up the script for this new character we're about to release. We got to grow that page, and it helps if you share it. Join our locals community. You want to support the podcast, you can do it over on the Patreon, the All American Savage Show on Patreon. Donate there. Or you can donate on Rumble, which we thank you guys for. Appreciate your love for this. Hopefully you got that SMS text message. That's the last time we're doing that because that ran us almost $600.
For nothing.
For nothing. Yeah, they banned my account. I'm going to see if I can get a refund from those cocksuckers. Yeah. So, anywho, hey, if you could, share the podcast. Tag us on Instagram, on Facebook. Share the links. Join the Telegram chat room. Appreciate you guys. And again, shellshockcbd.com, code MUG. $50 or more gets you a free mug. Until tomorrow, folks. You got anything to add?
Yeah. Thanks again to Son of Man for the no-no.
Yeah, it's for you. He can go fuck himself as far as I'm concerned. No. Thanks, brother. We donated $200 today. Thank you for that, man.
Appreciate
As
you guys.
always, you stay savage, America.